What really happened inside the parole hearing of Eric Mendez, and why is his wife calling the entire process a setup? On August 21st, the parole board officially denied Eric's request for early release. But instead of quietly accepting the decision, his wife of more than 25 years, Tammy Mendez, went straight to social media and unleashed her anger. She didn't hold back. Tammy claimed the commissioner had already made up his mind before the hearing even started, calling the whole thing a complete setup where, in her words, Eric never stood a chance. This wasn't just a passing comment. Tammy poured her frustration into several posts, attaching hashtags about injustice and blasting the system for failing her husband yet again. For people following the Mendez brothers' case, it was a reminder that even decades later, emotions around this trial remain just as intense. But who exactly is Tammy, and why is her reaction making headlines? She married Eric back in 1999, long after he had been convicted. Their love story has unfolded almost entirely behind prison walls. Think about that for a second. 25 years of marriage without freedom, no traditional home, no shared daily life. It's rare, and it shows just how invested she is in fighting for Eric's second chance. Of course, we can't talk about Eric without addressing the case that made the Mendez brothers infamous. Eric and his brother Lyle were convicted of murdering their parents, Jose and Kitty Mendez, a crime that shook the country in the early 90s. The shocking family tragedy instantly became one of America's most watched courtroom dramas. For years, both brothers faced life in prison without the possibility of parole, an outcome that seemed final. But in May of this year, a surprising development changed their sentences. A judge resentenced them to 50 years to life, which technically opened a door for parole hearings. That change gave Tammy hope that Eric might finally have a shot at freedom. In her social media posts after the denial, Tammy pointed out something she felt was being ignored. Eric hasn't had a serious infraction in over a decade. The only mark against him was a cell phone possession back in 2011. She even called out the media directly, demanding that reporters get the facts straight instead of painting her husband as a constant troublemaker. For her, it was about clearing his name and showing that he has changed over the years. The emotional swing in Tammy's posts becomes even clearer when you look at what she wrote before the decision came down. Just a day earlier, she had shared a heartfelt message wishing Eric strength and love before his hearing, telling him she couldn't wait for a new chapter together. That sudden turn from hope to heartbreak captured the roller coaster of emotions she's been living with for decades. So, what happens now? According to NBC News, Eric's next chance at parole won't come for another 3 years. And in a twist of timing, the denial came just one day before his brother Lyle was scheduled for his own parole hearing, meaning this saga isn't going away anytime soon. The Mendez brothers' case has never really faded from public memory. For some, it's a symbol of cold-blooded violence. For others, it's a complicated story of abuse, family secrets, and desperation. No matter where you stand, Tammy's fierce defense of Eric shows that this battle is far from over. The parole board may have spoken for now, but the fight for the Mendez brothers' freedom and the controversy surrounding it is only continuing to grow.